गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णू गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Let there be peace, let there be peace and love amongst all the human beings of the universe. Let there be peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We have started the contemplation on the third chapter, that is the story of Leela, wherein now we have reached the third topic, that is Brahma Abyhas, the practice of realization of Brahman or the Supreme Spirit. The simple thing is, whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, whether you want it or not, you are divine. So आप ही वो प्रत्यक्ष परमेश्वर हो, आप ही के थ्रू परमेश्वर लीलायित हो रहा है. With this, let us start the shloka number 35. Shloka number 35 says that, tell me which or else what kind is a practice that helps us in the realization of Brahman. How does it undergoes advancement and what happens when it is grown? So this is Leela's questions, and this is our question also. How to realize God? How to take advancement and how it grows? That is a question of Leela. So Devi, instead of answering directly, what it says is Tat Chintanam Tad Kathanam Anyoktam Tad Prabodhanam Etad Dekparattatvam Vyasad Durbudva. Thinking of that, talking of that, instructing one another of that, and having this as one of the highest goals, wise man consider these as the practice for realizing that. So if we want to know the truth, it is only we should be in a position to contemplate that, try to understand that, and try to know with awareness and alertness that we are divine. The whole world is divine, rather divinity is only expressing with its own world. So those who strive by reasoning and by scriptures in the accomplishment of the complete non-existence of the known object and knower, they are the firm practitioners of the realization of Brahman, that is ultimate reality. The people who are now renouncing this world, the relative world, that is remaining in this relative world but not getting affected by the relative world. It is not grossly you should leave the world, because wherever you go, there you are. So you have to control your mind your mind, and that is possible when we apply this Advaita Bhavana. That is what everything is divine, the other divinity is only there. So the seen or the visible universe was not born even at the beginning of creation. जब ये क्रिएशन हुआ तभी भी सीन और सीयर कुछ भी नहीं होता है, अनमैनिफेस्टेड से मैनिफेस्ट हुआ तो भी कुछ भी नहीं हुआ, नथिंग हैज हैपेंड. So nothing to do, nowhere to go, and nothing has happened, and nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Because, for example, if we take the ornaments, when ornaments are created out of the gold has not gained anything, and when the ornaments are dissolved again in the gold has not lost anything. So nothing to lose, nowhere to go, or nothing to gain. So this seen or visible universe, even if it is born, nothing has happened. That does not exist at all. It is always like this world, and I am in the supreme. Awakening to this truth is known as the practice of the knowledge. So everything is in the world, and that divinity is practice of the knowledge. The satisfaction which is strongly produced by thinning or shading of the vasanas, that is love and hate, by the knowledge of non-existence of the seen, is called as a practice of Brahman. So now they are telling us the various methods by practice of Brahman. First was told that कि जैसे ही सीन सीयर को बोलोगे this is all dream, so it is a practice of knowledge. When you are thinning this, shading this vasanas and love and hate of the knowledge, non-existent seen is called a practice of the relation of Brahman. Since liberation is attended by such practice, the practice itself is a supreme fulfillment. So ये practice जो contemplation कर रहे हैं यही supreme fulfillment है. So every day you have to contemplate at least for half an hour. Conversing thus in the night, they two, Leela and Goddess, become the form of space of consciousness by nirvikalpa samadhi, yogic state of absolute consciousness, transcending the differentiation of the knower, knowledge, and known, and possessed of the bodily form of the heavenly beings. So, moment they drop this consciousness of a relative world, they have the form of heavenly beings. Then, hovering across from distance to distance and going out of the orbit of this world, when they reach the other world, which was the abode of the Brahmana, the people there saw them verily by the will of goddess. Since the goddess Saraswati was there and they were in a consciousness, by will then the people other world they could see them. Salutation to the goddess of the woods. Having said thus, the eldest Brahmana gave away the handful of flowers along with the people of the house. So when they now what has happened is this Leela along with Devi Amma, Saraswati Devi Amma, they went to the Arundhati's house and there she met the elder Brahman. He gave the flowers to them and she touched her son on the head. Now this Arundhati itself is Leela and Leela itself is Arundhati. By that all gave up their grief. Seeing that and having come again to the goddess, Leela asked. Now she again came to the goddess, Leela came to the goddess and asked, where this soul of my dead husband rules the kingdom, there why have I not seen by them inhabitants? Why have I been seen by my son here? उन लोगों ने मुझे क्यों नहीं देखा जहाँ वो राजा का वो नया रूप मेरे को दिखा था जंग इसमें और यहाँ लोग मेरे को देख पा रहे हैं. So then Devi said, goddess said, child, she's addressing Leela as child, then without the practice your firm belief in duality did not get extinct. You practice it now, you have dropped your body consciousness, you have dropped your Dehatma Bhava, you have dropped your Jivatma Bhava, you have dropped your Ishwaratma Bhava. What remained is only consciousness, consciousness. So that's why here your son can see you. There you not done that. So without practice, your firm belief in duality did not get extinct. Nor was there the mental resolve for knowing the truth. आपकी इच्छा भी नहीं थी कि आपको truth पता करना है. Today you have the truth as your aim. Today you have the truth as your aim, and that means you are not caught anywhere. Therefore, whatever was desired by you have borne fruit. इसलिए जो कुछ आपने डिजायर किया उसको fruits आ गए. Alas, Leela now says, alas, hundreds of my previous births have been remembered by me today. Indeed, I have wandered much in various kinds of homes, places of birth earlier. मेरा कितने जन्म हुए और मैं इतने इधर उधर भागती रही और मैं परेशान रही ये सब जन्म की वजह से. That's what now she has understood. So what has been told now? The Leela has asked how to contemplate on the gods this thing so that I always remember my divinity nature of the world. So there it has been told tad kathanam tad kichintanam anyanna tad prabodhanam. So by whatever way you are attached to the God, that Almighty, that transcends in a man and one without second, that only will take you to the practice of realization of that, and you will become a wise man. And this will remove your all doubts. And Tattvamasi, you are divine. Talk about only that Tat Kathanam and touch Shravanam, then work on that information. That information is converted into conditioning, unconditional love to the God. This has to be known by Yuktya. Yukti has to be known. I should try to practice this in my life. Bitterness is a poison for spiritual seekers. Bitterness is poison because everything is one that God only. Listen to talk twice, then knowledge will be picked up and it will become your own experience. But if you listen to that, then only it will become your experience. When information is interacted properly, it becomes conviction. Then it becomes conviction. When conviction is practiced, then it becomes experience. And this is done and nothing else. Finite cannot be comprehended by the infinite. The mind disappears in divinity. There is nothing to say there. The student does not become wise, but he becomes one with absolute. He becomes one with absolute. Let there be no doership involved in our life. Karma are not done, but karma are done, but no doership is there. As a result, success failure will become equal. They will they are firmly getting abiding in absolute knowledge. They will never give up. Now they get back. Let there be joy or a sorrow. But joy or sorrowful personality is not born. That's all. Enjoy life, but don't become the enjoyer. Brahma is Ananda and we are practicing Brahma Abyhas. Then be Anand Brahmabhut Prasannatma na Sochiti na Kamshati. Remain cheerful, happy forever. They're firmly established in Vedanta. Don't take decisions for others. You stand apart. No need. We deliberately, we wholeheartedly follow Yogavaasishtha. Don't change path. Dig well at only one place. We have been trained to live in a complementary opposite. Go beyond this complementary opposite only by knowledge. We have to transcend and go beyond this way of thinking. In deep sleep, there is nothing but what is still there. In fact, upadhis are created, Jeev, Jagat, Ishwar. The three of out of one. In fact, there is only one rarity. That is our experience. That is Bodha Abhyas Vidur Buddha. Let us not have that wrong notion that love all, like everybody. This is impossible. This mistake is because our understanding is not perfect. But don't carry the burden of personal like and dislike. This is a raga desha tanvikaran. Although seeing blue color of the sky does not influence us, apply this practice in our life. Knowledge, although that is perceived as appearance, does not exist. This is mithya. And we cannot have a desire for mirage water. This will lead desire for a mirage water. No complaint about mind also. This practice itself is fulfillment in life. I only take upadhis and it is gone. Actor on the stage takes upadhis of all. Every birth I had a pair of parents. If I keep on crying for them, there is unending. I have been deluded by so many lives till today. So because of upadhi, I appear to be become jiva. I never born. Revolving in a self and strength that is called as Brahma. This is practice of knowledge, practice of Vedanta, and be happy and express the happiness. All these mantras will lead us to the spiritual practice. No complaint even in this life. This practice itself is a fulfillment of life. I take only upadhi and it is born. Don't the actor on the stage take any upadhis? Now I remember my earlier life within which I've gone through so many lives. I have become deluded for so many lives because of that. Every birth I have the pair of parents. If I keep crying because of my parents, I'll always be miserable and never happy. Because of upadhi, I appear to have become jiva, but actually I am never born. So this is Brahma's best. So simple thing is whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, whether you want it or not, you are divine. Brahma Abhyas. That means everything is only Brahma. There is nothing other than the Brahma. So try to contemplate that every day and be happy with wisdom. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Chandraarpanastu submitting the divine force to the holy force of Shri Ram.